A very, very warm welcome to the 10th episode of Sangati. It's an overwhelming time for me because we've just grown from strength to strength, and I'm so grateful to every artist who has agreed to be a part of Sangati. Today we have with us a very, very scholarly artist, Dr. Sridhar Vasudevan from Delhi. Vasu Anna is here, but I'm just going to add him onto the video. While he's joining and while all of you join, a few words of introduction about Vasu Anna. I'm sure he needs no introduction. Namaskaram, Anna.
Hello Divya, how are you? So good to see
I'm well,
you.
Anna. Likewise, and a very, very warm welcome to Sangati. It really is an honor that you have agreed to be a part of this initiative and to share your immense wealth of knowledge in the field of marrying the field of Carnatic music as well as Bharatanatyam. And the topic is a very, very dear topic to you, which is the Carnatic Trinity, the Trimurtis. Shyama Shastri, Tyagaraja, and Muthuswami Dikshitar, imbibing their compositions into dance. So that's what we're here to discuss today. So Anna, I would just want
I'm
to
so happy, first
share.
of all. Thank you, Divya, for making me a part of this journey of Sangati. And it is really, I've been watching your series, and it has been really wonderful and quite very thoughtful about each topic and your selection of artists. I mean, like Shankar Anna was there, and Divya Devagupta was there, and Anu Akka was the previous session was done by Anu Akka. It was, I think, like a very, very brilliant lineup and lovely artists and scholars. So it's been like, I think I'm honored and thank you for having me in this Sangati series too. And thank you all who have been joining for this live session of ours. I hope
Divya
we are
Didi
going
is saying that your voice is echoing, Anna. I'm not
echoing.
sure why.
Okay, I've just.
Yeah.
Is it fine now?
Well,
Okay, is it fine now?
is it fine now? Can someone tell us if it's fine now?
I think this is good. I think I don't need to use a extra mic, I think.
Mic may not be
And
needed,
I
but
think I'm
yeah.
audible, right?
Yeah, I'm able to hear
Thank
you.
you, Divya.
Can someone tell us if okay, yes,
Yeah,
fine.
good, good.
Okay,
Right.
it's fine now. That's great. Okay. Uh, so we'll
Lovely.
probably just get started right away because I know there is a lot that you have to share with us in this regard. And
But,
yeah. So
starting from, I think, first of all, like, why Trinity is my, like, always a favorite topic is like, number one, I'm a Carnatic singer. And my liking for Trinity is from various perspectives because not just being a Carnatic musician, but my initiation to Trinity composition in much more deeper way with their Sahitya. Because when I was a student of Carnatic music, naturally many of us are inclined towards the musicality of it. It is more a musical experience than lyrical bent
right,
towards, right.
right.
So but when I realized that, like, I grew up as a dancer, as a conscious dancer, so then gradually, like, my dual journey of dance and music had a lovely synergy and a connection. It was
Absolutely.
a lovely marriage of music and dance in me.
Hmm.
Realized gradually, thanks to all my masters,
Hmm.
and definitely, and I saw this very possibility of Trinity compositions in a brilliant dance manner through my own guru, Srimati Vaijayanti Mala Banerjee.
Right, right,
Okay, so anything for me happens from my guru,
right.
and may it be musical guru, my guru Sri Madurai Sri R. Ramabhadran, who is my the first musical guru, Sangeeta guru, and under him me and my brother had training for 13 years, and then I chose to take up music and dance as professions,
Right.
and I joined my, Delhi University for my master's. Till my master's and PhD, everything happened like that.
Mm.
In this journey, I had, of course, like various, a cyclorama of perspective of Trinity compositions.
Right.
It was not one lineage.
Singular view. Right.
It was not a one secular journey or a walk, one path walk. It was various street of walk with one banner of Trinity.
Right.
So various pathantarams, various visions, Sahitya pathantarams, Sahitya Bhedams, Raga Bhedam, Sangati Bhedam. Hence, it finally like gave me a thought and kindled in me that what is the exact vision of Trinity is not these pathantarams, because what they have actually given to us is, unfortunately, we don't have any kind of digital documentation and any kind of verbal document. I mean, it is all through oral tradition.
Correct.
It is all been through oral tradition. Like in dance, at least we can have an authoritative claim that this angam is Kalakshetra, this angam is Vardu, this angam is like Bandanallur or whatever. In dance, that body is an identity of your Pathantaram or Bani.
Correct.
In music, that thing has changed a lot.
Correct.
Okay, so hence there has been Sanchari Bhavam since the oral tradition itself, because what the history says is Tyagaraja Swami has he has given all his compositions are documented only by his disciples, because most of his compositions are outpour.
Correct.
It is not that occurred sankalpam pannida mama partha samastha innikku indha
Correct.
ragam indha taadam eludha pore, these are the words I'm going to use. It was not like that. So probably it happened with most of them, most of those people, because they are all saint, they are Vagyakaras, but they are all saints, they are all like realized people, they are all like superhuman beings in the body of like limited human that is accessible to us.
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
in that way, in that manner, whatever they gave to us is, we are just using the reflection of that Pathantar.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What a beautiful introduction you've given to the crux of the whole conversation that we're going to have today, about how it's so much more than what is documented, and it's not just that. And you did mention a little bit about how your initiation into this whole world that the Trinity has to offer happened. One through your musical training, and one, of course, through Guru Dr. Vaijayanti Malabadi. So maybe you could, start with telling us what was that point of intrigue for you, or what kind of ignited that interest in you to take these up extensively, study them, and adapt them into dance.
Correct. I think even before I realized that I'm going to take up Trinity as my Bharatanatyam journey, for the first time, I saw Vaijayanti Amma doing a Dikshatar Margam.
Wow. Okay.
Long ago, when I was a schoolboy.
Okay.
I still remember that because I was like a music student too, and actively singing much. And I was very young in dance, technically, even now, of course. But technically, the understanding of the dance transformation or anything getting translated to dance was a new wonder for me. Like that.
Right.
So a known Kirtanam like Mahaganapati in Natya, when she brought it in the dance form, and her grandeur is something magical and divine.
Right.
Even if she comes and takes her Natyaramba, is like a magic for me. It's a learning. That's a very different kind of a celestial classroom for me. Actually, I'm blessed to be a disciple. So when I saw her Mahaganapati, so that was said, oh my God, so such things are possible. Like that. So it was a curiosity of a very like innocent child. Actually.
Young boy, yeah.
You know?
Okay.
So then the whole thing was in like going in like any composition I would learn in my party class was running in my mind with the memory and a strength of dance. So I was immediately like wanting everything to see in the dance form.
Correct. Put into abhinaya or just into actions or
Anything,
something
any
like that.
action.
Beautiful.
And that
Beautiful.
was the time when I even did not know what abhinaya means.
Okay. Yeah.
Because honestly, because like my guru Vaijayanti Amma never initiated me anything technically. Her dance was the total
Right.
Shastra, Dharma, Sampradaya, Niyama, Natya, Abhinaya, whatever you say. Like for my 12 years under her, like at least the post Arangetram, the 8 years after Arangetram, that was the time when I really started growing. It was
Right.
after Arangetram I started actually learning.
Beautiful. So beautiful.
Actually, so thus she then gradually like what happened is like she knew that I'm a singer. I
Correct.
was singing like anything is to be sung before we
Correct.
learn. So
Correct.
like she herself being disciple of Patama Mami.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so she has taken me to Patama Mami along with her
Wow.
many times like that. So I mean, the way the methodology of using the sahitya into dance is the whole logic.
Beautiful.
It can be margam, it can be non-margam, it can be tanjore, it can be trinity, it can be divya prabandham or vachakam or devar. So ultimately what I realize now at this stage of my life is she gave me the philosophy of dance.
Beautiful.
She did not teach me, she did not fill me with compositions of choreographies. She did not burden me with choreography. So
Correct.
she only gave me the entire essence of why should you dance, what dance means to you, what is dance in you. So do you mean dance at all for your life journey? Or it is just like a student coming to class and learning an adavu, alaripu, jatiswaram, one kirtanam, one padam.
A set of pieces. Ama.
I have never learned Pushpanjali. I have never learned a Shabdam. I have never learned a Padam or
Oh my
Dham
God.
under Vijay.
Oh my God.
I have
Oh my
learned
God.
only one Margam throughout my 11 years under her.
Wow. Okay.
That's all. Okay. But the most interesting thing is, why I'm saying all this thing is like, my class, my class was like not fixed to day. I was every day there.
Ah.
Okay. The most brilliant night, because my class, after my school, which was 9 to 10, I mean 9 to 4, 9 to 4 was my school. After that, straight away, I go to my
Class.
house. She, with her all her busy things and all, like she will expect me that I'm practicing or not. So after that, she will have some plans to do for herself. Like that.
Right.
So this is all post Arangetram time I'm saying. Post Arangetram, like immediately, like the day started, like my night classes started beginning. They began as like she will come with a Kriti Mani Malai book, which is in Tamil.
Okay.
And yeah, I was made to read and write only in Tamil all my adavus and notes by Vaijayanti.
Oh my God. Okay.
So I still remember the day like when I wrote all my adavus and jatis in Hindi, then English. She just tore it and like she played a frisbee with it. என்னடா இது நீ தமிழ் எழுது கத்துக்கோ அப்படின்னு சொல்லி I had it.
So that's also probably what has really shaped your journey in, in Tamil Sahityam, in all of that, right?
Yes. So this was all through my school days.
Beautiful.
School days. So gradually, what happened is like Tamil became the exercise was daily 108 தடவை ஸ்ரீராம ஜெயம் தமிழ்ல எழுதணும்.
Oh my God, nice.
So that was a typical Gurukula system that she gave me.
Beautiful.
With her busy schedule, she still maintained that decorum for me physically.
Correct.
In that way, like one evening post Arangetram, after my Arangetram, she wanted to learn a composition. She wanted to choreograph for her season, for her next performance. அப்போ கிருத்திமணி மாலை எடுத்து உட்காத்தி வச்சுட்டா. இது என்ன சாகித்யம் படி அப்படின்னு. I said, Tamil. Oh God, I'm not that great. And I was what? I was just like finished my 10th class. Yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
15, 14, 15.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Then she made me read it. Then notation vich paadam panna. Dikshita composition. And the composition was in Senjuruti. Gange Mambari, Gange Mambari, Irisha Shivasite Gange Mambari. This Sangati and all she taught me.
Beautiful.
So she has that flavor of Pattamamami, and Pattamamami and D.K. Jairam sir, avallame Deekshitaroda authorities.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right,
So Vaijayanti Amma had a fascination for Deekshitar composition.
right. And hence the Dikshitar Margam also, as you said.
Margam also. Yes. Yeah. And
Yeah.
of that, then gradually for that whole Margam, again she prepared another composition which was a rare composition in Sri Ranjini, which was a Daru. There is, of course, a scholarly debate on that composition, whether it is Dikshitar's composition or the Tanjore brothers dedicated that composition to Dikshitar.
Okay, all right.
It comes under the list of Dikshitar, and it is like in Sri Ranjini. Ni saati deivamandu ledani marulu kunturani saati deivamandu ledani marulu kunturani This is what she taught me in the night to sing.
Okay, okay.
She's teaching me, at the same time she's also planning her
Choreography.
Like that. And thus what happened coincidentally was it became a regular habit. She will make me sing.
Sing, correct.
Like
so for
that.
you also, it's a learning. For her, it's the time to plan the choreography as well. So beautiful.
So
Must have been
did not
so
become
enriching.
a dance guru for me. She became a complete package of a guru for me. Sangeeta, a part over there. And for this composition, she also choreographed a Chittaswaram by herself.
Wow. Okay.
She composed a Chittaswaram by herself, which she introduced in her choreography.
Lovely.
So, by opening so many wings to this Trinity composition, me gradually, after growing up into a male dancer, the choice between the Margam and the Trinity, for me, both were like there was no difference between me when I'm dancing. But yes, the technical differences, the adaptability and the presentability is much more smoother when I take Trinity compositions.
Trinity compositions.
Yes.
And also that's probably because you've been sort of ingrained into that right from your young age as well.
Yes, exactly.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Exactly.
So that was the initiation point for you, I think, with training with Vaijayanti Amma was...
She opened this big palatial gate for me, for Trinity.
Lovely.
Like that.
Lovely.
But yes, after as you grow, you have lots of like commitment towards being a dancer too. Tanjavur Margam, evlo theriyum, evlo urupudi theriyum.
Absolutely.
Correct. Varnam theriyum.
Correct.
The Tanjavur Vadiyoda, the Jatiswan theriyuma. So how can I openly say that I'm not taught all those things? I'm just working on myself like that.
Correct.
So when I'm working on myself, by myself, I cannot claim it as it is Sampradaya.
A lineage, true.
It is not a lineage. I'm adding to my own, I'm adding it by myself to with the strength of what has been given to me.
Absolutely.
But it is not a direct bag that is
inheritance, Madri. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thus, I didn't want to fool up myself with that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
It's not difficult to choreograph and choreograph Tanjore, Jatiswaram or something.
Hmm.
But when you are given the choice of taking Tanjore Vali or the Trimurti Vali, then I very boldly took this decision of I want to
Beautiful.
take Trinity for my journey of dance.
Correct. And it is so indicative of your own path, your own journey that you have uh, uh, gone through all these years. So it makes sense that you have chosen that path.
And by going into Trinity, I have not lost any aspect of Martha, technically.
Absolutely.
I have not lost any aspect of Martha
Hmm.
because I still can have Pushpanjalis, I still can have Mallaris, I still can have Mela Praptis, I still can have Jatiswarams.
Hmm.
But in the place of a Varnam, I have lots of varieties in Tyagaraja, Shama Shastri, as well
Yes.
as in Dikshadwar to
Right.
to replace or to substantiate it with
Right.
Varnam.
And we'll ask you to elaborate that when we come to each of them, individually. But before we get to, an individual dissection of the Trimurtis, I wanted to ask you, so, the reason the Trinity is so revered is because it is believed that they have brought a completely, change in dimension to what Carnatic music was in their era. They were around the same time period in the,
Contemporary. They are
17,
contemporary.
yeah,
Yeah.
contemporaries. So it's believed that they have brought a complete shift to Carnatic music in that era. So what was it that existed before them, and why is it that, what is the change that they brought about? So, what made it so revolutionary? Is it the poetic virtuosity? Is it the use of rare ragas and tadas? Is it the bhakti? What is it about their
Basically, after the bifurcation of the Dakshinatya Sampradaya, that is which later became the Karnataka Sangeetam, the
Right.
Dakshinadi Sampradayam and the Uttaradi Sampradayam, which we call as Hindustani
Hindustani.
Sangeet, like that. That is categorically Khayal Gayaki. Okay, not the Drupad. Drupad is the ancient body of our Indian classical system of music. Okay, so Drupad takes the older role, and with the bifurcation of this Dakshinadi Sampradaya and the Uttaradi Sampradaya, what happened is like the the Karnataka Padhati was not so like codified that what should be presented after what. It did not have that kind of a arranged system.
Okay.
Because as we get the references from our own history of Carnatic music, is Rangaramanuja Iyengar is the one who is the trendsetter of the Kacheri Paddhati. Like that. So, that is the time when Varnam got into the Carnatic music system.
Okay.
As the Abhyasa Ganam and the warm-up music, form of music. Exactly. So, what the dancers and the Devadasi Paddhati practiced as the major number of their performance, a very important number of their performance, here they got fascinated by the Carnatic musicians, got fascinated by the structure of the Varnam and the Swarajatis. Hence, we don't get to hear the Swarajatis as the opening of a kacheri.
Correct.
We get to hear very, very rarely, of course, because
Correct.
it has its own purpose. Then what happened is like the differences between the Tana Varnam and Pada Varnam, all those things happened, and there are two understandings because Tana Varnam, Pada Varnam both are Shringara based, Bhakti Shringara based, and both have Sahityas, which of which the Tana Varnams we have lost the Sahityam thanks to the practitioners of the Varnams from the musical fraternity because they did not want the Shringara element in the musical
to be there.
package.
Okay.
So most of the Tana Varnams are also packaged with Sahityams for Muktaiswaram as well as the Charanaswarams.
Okay.
Like the very simplest of the Shalkara Varnam, Hamsadvani, Navaraga Malika, all of them have the Sahityams also.
Oh, that's actually
Yes,
quite a
yes.
revelation.
Exactly. And I
Hmm.
would definitely like to mention at this point is like thanks to my Manasika guru, Srimati Padma Bhushan Swapna Sundari ji, because
Uh-huh.
who was my the next level of an opening of the real knowledge of what's happening
Right,
behind the screen.
right.
Because she and Professor Ramanathan sir and many of Sundaram sir, many of them are the reservoirs and the treasures of
Hmm.
these kind of varnams with Sahitya.
Okay, okay.
They have the old Sampradaya,
Hmm.
like,
Hmm.
and they have the published as well as the unpublished version, both.
Okay,
So they are
okay.
the people whom we can actually like access, and if they have a lovely, I mean, like trust on us that we can do
Uh-huh.
justice, they will open
Right.
their pictures to us.
How lovely. Yeah.
So
Hmm.
this understanding is very important for all we young dancers. Of course, many
Correct,
dancers know by now, but there
correct.
are still dancers who don't know this fact. And the
Hmm.
another fact is like Tana Varnam has been claimed now as the Varnam which doesn't have Sahityam in
Exactly,
it.
Amma.
No, Tana Varnams are the Varnams which are created by the Vainikas. Tanam is a Vainika Paddhati's
Sure.
music form.
Right, 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 right.
For example, like very simple. Mm, uh, okay, any varna we can take.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay, correct.
These are all Vainika pudis, like that,
Right,
like
right,
that. So
right.
these are the varnams created by the Raga Bhava varnams created by the Vainikas.
Vainika. So that is a Tana Varnam,
That is
not
the
our present definition of a Varnam without
Not at
Sahitya.
all. This is a very
Okay.
smart transition and a very smart way of reclaiming it as Tana Varnams, because nobody probably did not have the first of all the thought of what Tana Varnam, what Tanam means.
Correct, correct,
Yeah. So
correct.
Tana is the Vainika Paddhati Gayanam.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
So and
Right.
அந்த அழகா அந்த ஒவ்வொரு தானத்தை வாசிக்கிறது தான் வைணிக பద్ధதி. அந்த சங்கீதம்
Beautiful.
வர்றது ரொம்ப கஷ்டம்.
Yeah,
அதனால. So
true.
those are the Tana Varnams, and Pada Varnams are of course like many of them are there. I mean like you know them. Like
Correct.
for example, Swami. So they're all
Hmm.
packed with nice sahityas, filled with
Words,
sahitya.
exactly. Yeah,
So they are basically
yeah.
the word itself is a Pada Varnam, Dana
Correct.
Varnam.
Varnam.
Like,
Ah, okay, okay.
yeah.
Beautiful.
So in
Ah,
that, so this I remember Vajanti Amma gave me this reference and like a quote, but at that time I was too young to understand and
hmm.
register these things. But I have it in my memory that she told. But I did not technically make any difference. It did not technically make any difference for me. Because for me
Okay.
it was dance, music, you have to teach me, I have to learn.
Right, right.
There is my story. Like that.
Ah,
So அந்த மாதிரி பண்றச்சு then this varnam
correct.
format which was now seen in a different way. Okay,
Uh-huh.
because jatis were very small,
Hmm.
unlike what we see today.
Correct.
What another thing is like what I would like to also mention with my experiences, the body for Tana Varnam and body for Pada Varnam of a dancer changes. They are
Ah,
totally different.
okay.
And that only happens with the musical sensitivity. You cannot just be a dancer to dance a Tana Varnam or a Pada Varnam.
Right. Okay.
The body is
Wow. Okay.
completely different. How are you going to justify? How are you going to fill the
Space. Hmm.
what is the
Hmm.
space? And what is that
Hmm.
space for the dancer's body?
Right.
That Tanam is there in the body also, in the
Correct.
emotion, in the bhava,
Correct.
in the abhinaya aspect that Tanam works. How it
Beautiful.
works in Tana Varnam, how it works in the Pada Varnam, they are totally, actually different, very different,
Different.
very different.
Right.
They
Right.
say
Right.
it is an airline difference. It's just airline of a difference, but they
But
are,
no,
I think for me, they are absolutely different
right.
because of the musical sensitivity.
Correct. And I think that's important. I mean, that's something we have to probably
Yeah.
get used to with time. And of course, not too many. I mean, Tanavarnams are not as common in dance as Padavarnams.
Why?
I
Because
think
I'm
people
not
are.
fascinated. See, Tanavarnam's dancing Tanavarnam is very difficult.
Right. Ama.
Why? Because what a dancer would do for that space.
Correct.
I remember when I finished my 12th and I saw Vaijanti Amma's season, and she
Uh-huh.
for the first time did Pantuvarali Tanavarnam, Atatadavarnam.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
Atatala Tanavarnam.
Hmm.
It the composition is draining.
Uh-huh.
Even to sing that composition is so
Yeah.
how she feels that every bit of the musicality was my feast to watch.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு தானம் வரணும்னா என்ன ஆடுவா
Correct.
அந்த மாதிரி.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
then how you translate the body, because the previous kacheri she would have done, I mean the previous season she would have done a Padavarnam. Like that, all those things.
Yeah. So
But
filled with,
this-
packaged with, yeah,
So
words.
that difference is something which I again got to learn. And the relevance of that is, yes, how those techniques I could interpret and translate to my Trinity compositions.
Right. Right.
Why? Because Trinity compositions are filled with Sangatis,
Right.
as
Right.
okay, so which you don't easily find and commonly find in the Margam compositions.
Correct.
You have a dance, the dance music is much more differently tailored.
Correct.
But how would you do a justice by not to a kacheri composition,
Uh-huh.
Trinity composition, which you
Correct.
commonly hear and which has also like passed a testimony of decades with sangatis. And how would you justify with your dance to those sangatis?
True. True. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Anna, we were, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, for example, Pancharatnam, the entire world dance Tyagaraja's Pancharatnam.
Correct. Correct.
Really, everybody
Correct.
does. Many people are doing, many people are doing it with so much of understanding to it. Many people do with musical sensitivity to it.
Correct.
Many people do with rhythmic sensitivity. Like with Ponona. So in the Sangatisina, what the dancer's role is. Whether they leave these Sangatis as it is, Admatic Party
or use them.
taking them. Because I'm dancing to that composition which is achieved a summit of its acclaim.
Right. Right.
Am I doing justice with dance also?
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. So that thought all keeps on like going along with the composition. You start thinking and singing with dance.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Correct.
Yes.
Correct. No, so I was actually, it's nice that you have come into, you've ended this with Tyagaraja, because that was going to be my next question about the world that, Tyagaraja is. Because I think the moment you say Trinity, the moment you say Tyagaraja, I think it's the Pancharatna Kritis that come to our mind, undoubtedly. Of course, he is known for his Rama Bhakti. He is known for his complete surrender to Rama. But he also has had many compositions, Nadopasana Kritis, and he's written these operas, Prahalada Bhakti Vijayam and Nauka Charitram. So it's very nice that you started off saying about how we dancers can use the musicality in these Pancharatna Kritis. But could you also elaborate a little bit about Tyagaraja, his ethos, his tonality in compositions, and generally what is it that we dancers can keep in mind when we work on his compositions, and present his compositions?
Correct. I think amongst the Trinity, Tyagaraja Swami is the most friendly approachable, very buddy-like,
Mm.
because he believed in simplicity and humility. His compositions, though he is a par excellent scholar in music, Shastras, Vedantas, and Agamas, and many more. He's a very serious kind of, his life had been a very serious kind of journey.
Okay.
He's a Vairagin. And at the same time, he had always kept the sensitivity and sensibility towards his musical connection with his society.
Right.
Because for him, music was a vehicle to communicate Rama Bhakti,
Okay. Mm.
or generally Bhakti.
Mm.
Because Tyagaraja, along with his Rama Bhakti, like Rama, he was also secular. Rama is a secular god. He is the most, Ramavatara is probably the most inclusive incarnation or the avatara where he had not spared any demigod or god or superior god. Shiva, Brahma, Indra, demigod, Dikpalakas and Gandharva, Kinnara, Apsara, every bit of the cosmic energy was serving Rama.
Beautiful. Mm.
And Rama, why? Because Rama took the sankalpam to be simple human being, the minimalist.
Beautiful.
That philosophy Tyagaraja adopted.
Okay.
And that reflects in all of his compositions. When he treats Rama is his best friend. Rama is his child. Rama is his father, mother, and beloved. Because there are lovely kritis where Tyagaraja also has expressed his Naika Bhava.
Is that so? Okay.
Okay, so Rama is totality. So Rama is his Parabrahmam and Paramartha Navavida Bhakti Kyu mail and Cholla. I mean, Navavida Bhakti is ultimate, but that is something beyond where Rama and Tyagaraja are like one and one. There are instances where Tyagaraja's compositions tell that secret.
Beautiful. Okay.
Like that. So as you said, Nadopasana Kriti. The compositions that reflects on Nada and Upasana. Okay. So the Nada concept itself is like where he treats himself as the prana and he is the fire. Prana anala samyogamo. That composition is there. Yeah. So under the composition, like coding the signs of sound, signs of Nada, Tyagaraja Swami has given to us. And it is not just the word that we need to take. We are dancers. We are the best, like hyperlinkers. We are the best crooked thinkers.
Yeah, it's true. Layered thinkers.
I know, layered thinkers. So dancers can never think anything straight, I think, and they have been.
That's true.
Because it's a very insane thing that if you go by word to word, there is something behind the word. What can I do not doing the word? What can I do something else for this word? So that's how we all have become. But yes, Tyagaraja Swami had used words which are direct for the people to approach and understand. But through these metaphors, physical metaphors, Tyagaraja Swami has connected him with like that. So these are the things, these are the subtle details where we need to absolutely like meditate upon the composition, meditate upon the sahitya, and also meditate upon the swarasthanas that are being used. Why? Because they're not a composer like me. For definitely, I can one part at the end of the part it mudichudla. They are Vagyakaras of a highest order and discipline. அவ வந்து ஒரு பாட்டை ஒரு ஸ்வரஸ்தானத்துல ஆரம்பிச்சு ஒரு அக்ஷரத்துல ஆரம்பிச்சா கூட it has a lots of meaning behind it. It is not what today's compositions we can hear and see.
Right.
Hence the evergreen and the eternal energies of those compositions that still touch us. ஸோ ஒரு அந்த ரீல் ஆரம்பிக்கிறது என்னன்னா முதல்ல தன்னோட தைரிய பாவத்தை அவர் சொல்றாரு. பிகாஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் சாரமதி ஒரு ராகத்தை அவ ராகத்தை யோசிச்சு பண்ணாலும் இல்லையோ பட் அவளுக்கு என்னன்னா லைக் the mood is predominant because
right, absolutely,
their sattva and sthai bhava is the composer for them. It's not the body, it is not the physical Tyagaraja, it is their consciousness and the supra consciousness which is actually crying through these words and these tones and these melodies.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's so reflective, you know, even just the way mokshamu is, you know, mokshamu galada. Will I not get moksham? It's such a plea, it's such a cry, as you said.
Exactly. So and the madri or sensitivity and sensibility has to be always minded while we think on these compositions as a dancer.
Right. Absolutely.
It is not just like sorry to say, but like at various levels of compositions and dealing with Trinity compositions especially, and of course like Swadhiti, many other, but for me Trinity, we cannot bind ourselves with a schoolistic thought of body. We have to bring a connection between the composer, the soul of the saint, and the soul of the dance that we have imbibed.
Absolutely.
So the dancer's soul has to marry the soul of the saint and his emotions.
Beautifully
Then
said.
only the dance can mean something.
Something. Yeah. Absolutely.
Then only the rasotpatti will happen. Otherwise, it is a program.
Correct.
They can give many programs. But where the rasotpatti happens, even one composition in one kacheri sometimes is overwhelming.
Absolutely. Right.
One composition is overwhelming. Like that. So that state has to be always felt. That is our responsibility.
And at least we take steps towards that, even if it's something we can't, you know, fathom at this very point. Especially, you know, many of us young dancers are still trying to climb the steps very, very slowly. But I think it's the intent to kind of get there, to understand that composer's
being
intent.
Being in the zone of that awareness and that happening.
Correct.
Because I think that being in the situation of things happening around, relevant things happening around, is always something which inspires dancers, right? Especially the young dancers. Because see, I mean, like we are all the dancers who are not fortunate enough to have witnessed so lavishly like Balamma or Kelugada or many of them like that. So
correct.
Only through the digital mediums, Gauri Amma videos na namak theriya kuda theriyadhu avlava.
Exactly.
இல்லையா என்ன பொறுத்த நிறைய கேட்டிருக்கோம், ஏதோ சின்ன சின்ன கிளிப்ஸ் ஏதோ பார்க்க கிடைச்சிருக்கோம்.
That's it. Absolutely.
They have not been blessed enough to see what exactly, because when they dance, the entire belief is like their eyes speaks volumes. Their eyes speaks volumes. And that is where we can read their mind. Their journey is with their eyes.
True.
So that is where we actually get to, that is the real classroom, I will say. What the ஆடுறான்னா அவ கை கால் உடம்பு எல்லாத்தையும் பார்க்கிறது, it's like you can admire the body, anga shuddham, cleanliness, mudra and everything is so flamboyant, everything is nice.
Correct.
But
correct.
The real dance exists in the eye.
True.
So when the eye is working everything, then I think you don't need to follow the body at all.
So beautifully said. Such beautiful, honest words. I think it's it's
and
so
thanks
true.
to like again like because Vaijayanti Amma had been my first role model for that.
Correct.
And many stalwarts I have seen and grown because who have contributed to my journey and my understanding is like, of course, definitely Padhu Akka. Swapna Akka is my Manasika Guru. And yes, my guru, of course, like you all know her, Srimati Kamalini Dutt,
Right,
Purva
right.
is mother. Yes,
Mother, yes.
my guru, my mother, my mentor, because she's the accessible Gayatri Mata for me.
Oh.
Like that, because whatever she say, even like she say a simple thing is that another rose is red.
Hmm.
The way she tells will open your faculties.
Wow.
When
Okay.
you read or when you hear by someone saying that rose is red, hey, rose is red. No, but when Kamalini Amma say rose is red, I don't know what kind of a relationship we share, but for me, like when she say rose is red, okay, what is rose first of all? What is red second?
Wow.
In between that, so there is a huge universe between this rose and red.
And red. Beautiful.
So that is the way she opened my mind.
How
Like that.
fascinating.
So thanks to this whole era, that like this phase of my life, that I'm able to access these really like
Right.
Mahatmas, and such
Right.
sangatis are very very essential.
Right.
Sangatis
Thank
are
you
very
for
essential.
the quote of Sangati. But so, what are some of the compositions of Tyagaraja that are very dear to you, either musically or in terms of dance, or both? So, if you could
See,
just.
now at this part of my time, like anything I sing happens through the dancer's mind.
Mm-hmm. True.
Because for both Pata Kacheri as well as dance Kacheri, what is the common thing for both is Bhava,
Yes. True.
Raga, Tal.
That-
Both are dependent on these triology perspectives.
Absolutely.
இல்லையா?
Absolutely.
பாவம் இல்லாம பாடவும் முடியாது, பாவம் இல்லாம ஆடவும் முடியாது. ராகத்தை தான் பாட போற, ராகத்தை தான் ஆட போற.
இதுதான் ஆட போறா. True.
Many people think that we dance for music. We dance music is the thing that we need to get trained to.
Beautiful.
Sangati is important. We need to reveal and unshell every consciousness of ours, because that is the way we deal with composition. We need to deal with composition in that way, because
Right.
otherwise it is just a choreography for one music or some music. It is not the dance of the music or dance for the music. There is a difference between dance of music and dance for music.
I think you stress so much on the importance of, this thing of music and musicality,
Yes.
because see, many of us have learned, many may not have learned, but kind of, listening, identifying with that music is so important.
Definitely.
Such an
Ipo,
important, yeah.
for example, see, something once I have seen and which really like flabbergasted me. So I'm just going to like little bit a mimic of that, like not putting anybody not making fun of anything or anybody.
Sure,
But
sure,
let's
sure.
see. When we don't know the Sahitya, even when we are a musician, when we
Right.
don't, we are not careful about the Sahitya.
Right.
One concert I attended, and one Tyagaraja composition, that is like, which is common, very famous one. Yentane china, yenta juchina, yentane china, yenta juchina. This is the composition. And look at the fun of, he's not a dancer. And the artist sings happily. Yendane china, yendanju china, yendane china, yendanju china. So look at the ignorance and innocence. I don't know whether I should call it an innocence, but it is ignorance, absolutely.
Ignorance.
Because the musical joy has dominated or playing so much in the singers.
Right. That the essence of the Sahitya is lost.
Sahitya is lost.
Is lost.
Murdered. Completely murdered. India, completely
True.
murdered.
True.
I mean,
True.
he doesn't make, I mean, for him, the Sahitya makes no like it has no value. So அந்த மாதிரி பாடுறவாடும் இருந்திருக்கா.
Correct. There are many people even now who kind of dissociate the lyrics from the music and say music is, but then I was
He is still victimized for those things. Our own Tyagaraja is still undergoing the victim and the what do you say, hang of
Suli pe chadna.
Suli pe chadna abhi bhi chalta hai. It's still happening because it is very crazily composed.
Right.
As an outpour of Tyagaraja Swami. Okay, so like Amarata Jaya Kumudhita Paripurnanaka Sura Purnanaka. Yeah. அங்க எங்க கனெக்ஷன் எங்க ஒரு ஸ்பிளிட் வரணும்ன்றது நிறைய பேருக்கு தெரியாது. கத்துக்கிற வாழ்க்கை நிச்சயமா தெரியும். பட் கத்துக்கச்சே ஒரு அந்த ஒரு இம்பார்ட்டன்ஸ் ஓடியும் கத்துக்கணும். கேட்கச்சே
it has to be absolutely
ஒரு sensibility we need to develop, we need to tell, and this also is equally important for dancers.
Correct.
Why? Because dancers only responsibility is they have to do justice to the words.
Correct.
அவள் தாளம் போட வேண்டாம், பாட வேண்டாம், ராகம் கவனிக்க வேண்டாம், ஸ்ருதி சுத்தமா இருக்கா கவனிக்க வேண்டாம், ஸ்வரஸ்தானத்துல இருக்கா கவனிக்க வேண்டாம். For them they have to match the word and they have to do the hands accordingly.
Right.
So this is a very, very major task for a dancer.
Right.
Remembering the sahityam, making sense of every sahityam, dissecting them, decoding them, then combining them and framing our own choreography.
Absolutely.
Playing a choreography for that.
Correct. So Anna, you were telling about your favorite Tyagaraja compositions that you have.
Many. Okay. Of many, many are there. Okay. Something which touched me, like when I was under the guidance and supervision of my guru, Sangeeta Guru, Professor Radha Venkatachalam. She is another ocean of how to deal with music. Someone whose gharana is very bold with dealing in every aspect of Vagekaras in your own way.
Okay.
Like that. Because T.R. Subramaniam Mama kitta kathindirukken. So T.R. Subramaniam Mama, many people know him for his boldness and for his versatility. Like if he feels from a Kritimani Malay or TKG's version, or whatever he has learned in his past from his masters or something, one Sangati and one Sahityam is not fine. He will change the whole musicality of the whole lyrics. So that kind of gharana, like I have influence of that gharana also. Like that.
Right.
So in that way, like in the journey, Radha ma'am taught me one composition in Riti Gaula. Because Riti Gaula and Purim Kalyani are my favorite ragas.
Oh, how lovely.
Like that.
Two most beautiful ragas for dancers as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, ಬಾಲೆಂದು ಭೂಷಣಿ ಬಾಲೆ ಅಂಬ ಬಾಲೆ ಅಂಬ ಬಾಲೆ ಅಂಬ ಬಾಲೆ ಬಾಲೆಂದು ಭೂಷಣಿ ಬಾಲೆ ಬಾಲೆಂದು ಭೂಷಣಿ ಬಾಲೆ ಬಾಲೆಂದು ಭೂಷಣಿ ಬಾಲೆ ಬಾಲೆಂದು ಭೂಷಣಿ ಭವರೋಗ ಶಮನಿ ಬಾಲೆ ಬಾಲೆಂದು ಭೂಷಣಿ ಭವರೋಗ ಶಮನಿ ಬಾಲೆ இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பாட்டு இருக்கு.
So beautiful. So beautiful how it's not just this, but the eyebrows, the smile, everything is you're linking to the Balendu. So
Bale.
beautiful.
So these are the beauty of the thinking of these Bhagyakaras.
Beautiful. So beautiful.
Because Bala, Tripura Sundari, Dharma Samvardhani of Tiruvallur. These are one of the composition of Tiruvallur Pancharatna.
Ah, okay.
Under the belt of the Tiruvallur compositions.
Compositions,
Tiruvallur எல்லா க்ஷேத்திர தேவதா மேலேயும் தியாகராஜர் பண்ணிருக்காரு.
He's written. Oh, so beautiful.
ஆமா.
Beautiful.
So இந்த
Nice.
தர்ம சம்பர்தனி அம்பாள பாலே அவ குழந்தையா பார்க்கல. அந்த
So
குழந்தை
beautiful. Saying so beautiful.
பாலேந்து பூஷணி பாலே. இதே
So beautiful.
கச்சேரியில பாடணும்னா இப்படி பாடலாம். ஆனா கச்சேரி பద్ధதியில பாடணும். பாலே பாலேந்து பூஷணி பாலே.
What a difference.
பாலேந்து பூஷணி பாலே. பாலேந்து பூஷணி பவரோக ಶಮನಿ அப்படின்னு
Aha. But what a, I mean, both are so beautiful, but what a difference, no? When it's
that is
amazing.
what we get to understand. இப்போ கச்சேரியில
Right.
இப்போ ஒரு சப்மீனாவோ இல்ல கச்சேரியில கூட என்ன these compositions have their own mood. They are mood. These are mood based.
Absolutely. Right.
So அந்த நேரத்துல இந்த compositionோட pace அப்போதான் செட் ஆகும்.
Correct.
So it is absolutely with the singer who relates with the sahityam and the ragam and with what intensity with both.
Absolutely.
அதுதான்.
So beautiful. So beautiful.
It is one small example, of course. Like many Tyagarajarodia compositions, you have a Varnam example. Keeping this Pancharatnam away, you have Varnam format. எப்படி இருக்குன்னா like
Anna, sorry to interrupt.
Please,
but
please.
நம்ம இந்த லைவ் இப்போ end பண்ணணும் because it's already been an hour and it has to be saved, that's why. But we will immediately resume another live, and I request all of you viewing to immediately join us in just about 2 minutes from now. And Anna's then going to speak about the Varnam of Tyagaraja that he was just going to. I'm so sorry I interrupted, but it has to be saved.
Absolutely.
And then we will go on to discuss Dikshitar and Shyama Shastri. We have just gotten sort of started. So, it has a long way to go. I request all of you to join us exactly in just a minute from now. So,
Thank you.
see you soon, Anna. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes.